Hi, Floss Tube. Thanks for coming back to my channel. This is Amy from Bristol Blue. And I think I forgot to check. Is this number 6? I think this is video number 6. I don't have much of a quilting update, so this is going to be both a quilt tube and a floss tube, or a quilting update as well, and I'll do that first because it's short. On the wall behind me, I did get through block 13 done. I did 3, and those are the ones on the row of 3 that are there. The other 10 were already completed. 14 is cut and ready in my bucket, but I got a little distracted. But first, I have a finish. My baby quilt is done. Here it is, the staggered bricks pattern. Not sure how long it is, but it's a good size quilt. It's a really good size quilt. And here's the back. Got her name across the back. I used Lori Holt's spelling bee book to make the letters. The pattern, staggered bricks, is, I downloaded the PDF, Modern Material Girl Designs. There's several different layouts for this quilt in the pattern, and I chose this one. I don't remember which version it was, but this is using the Jungle Paradise line, and I think it's Stacy Iest Hsu. So I've got, I love this little leopard print. I also, from one of my sampler boxes, I had gotten some little labels, so I put this one in here. It's the little hearts, and on the inside, on the other side, it says handmade. And then years ago, I bought a whole bunch of, this is on the opposite side, a bunch of labels that have my name on it. And it's especially handmade by Amy, and I put 2022 on there. This is for my youngest son's brother. Half-brother. He had a baby girl, so that's for her, for Miss Evie, I guess is what they're calling her. We won't be exchanging this with them until spring, so I do have it done and out of the way. It's all ready to go. It just needs to be washed up. I do like to wash it after I've been quilting on it, and I did finish that up on the 14th of January. So then on the 13th, I was working on block 13, and then I got a little distracted. I got way distracted, you guys. I got way distracted. So I have a haul too. I did get this book, a quilting related haul, from Primitive Gatherings, Little Gatherings, Small Quilts with Spectacular Style from Lisa Bonjean. And she did sign the book. Yay! So I thought I love small quilts, and working with those, they're such tiny little pieces, and I'm feeling much more confident with it. So I thought maybe, some of these little patterns would make great little blocks to make bags and stuff with. So I'll put that, I don't know where I'm going to put that in. Okay, so my distraction was, there's a pixelated type snowflake quilt that's been floating around out there, and I had an idea in my head that I could make that in a really tiny version. I thought I'd give it a shot, and it got to be just a little too much, and I didn't want to spend that much time on it. I thought it was going to be quick and easy, and thought I could write a pattern and all that kind of stuff. And well, yeah, it's a lot of work. So I gave up, and then I ended up just putting all of the little pieces into a quilt block. Now what to do with this quilt block, I don't know. But it's cute, isn't it? It's just red. The red's a tiny little polka dot. And then there's a tiny bit, you'll never see it in there. It's a white on white. It's got circles and dashes on it, but I've got we'll do some more of the tour of my room, but behind me in this closet, there's a bin in there with some orphan blocks, and I think this will just end up in there. But I've been watching Pat Sloan kind of go through her process of orphan blocks and how she sorts them and stuff, so I might do that. She does it by color or whatever, so that, but I've got, my range is so wide, and the colors and the styles are so different from each other. I'm not sure how that would work, but that's where that's going to end up, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, that started it. So I was going through my bin. I have a Leaders and Enders project going whenever I'm quilting a project, and I got a whole bunch of 2 patches put together and needed to put them in here, and I needed to make room because there was some stuff in here that didn't belong in here. So as I was going through these things, I've got some of them into 4s already. I've got some of them into strips already. So, you know, it's a ongoing process, and we'll be done in years from now. I don't know. I probably have enough in here to make a large quilt already. But I was wondering how much room I had in this bin to throw things away. And I came across a whole bunch of them that I had already put together. And they were Valentine related. I'm like, oh, I need a Valentine's bag. Let's put these together and make a bag. So I did. And I don't remember the line, but I had gotten a small turn pack, you know, the minis. Just the 2.5-inch squares. So I put those together, put a pink polka dot on the back. Then I had another little idea that I was going to try to make my logo, cross stitch it onto something, and then here I just blanket stitched it down, but I'll keep trying on that. I have the perfect thread that I had in my stash. So, but that's an idea. I haven't gone any further with that, but it's something I'll continue to play with. And and I did put a project in this bag, and it is a Teresa Kogut Santa, Country Santa, which I'll probably do during a Christmas run of, like, what, in July, Christmas in July kind of thing. So it was the Country Santa, Teresa Kogut. It was a kitted project that I bought from Country Sampler here in Wisconsin. Took a trip. So there's the threads that go with it. A little bit of everything, but they're really pretty. Very pretty. This is the linen, which isn't anything special, but I think it's so as I try to write this stuff down. So the sample came prepackaged. Yes, 32. No, this is 32 count linen that I got. It's written up here, but it doesn't say cocoa. That doesn't. I guess I don't know what a cocoa should look like, but I'm envisioning something a little bit more chocolatey. You know. I don't know. It doesn't look like things are working out here. This is actually the second time I've done this video, because the first one my computer crashed. So we're redoing it. But that's what I put in that bag, and it did come with the little fabric for the back of the Santa when I finish it. So it's a little stripe. And so we'll put that back in the bag. So yeah, I already put that in there, but I haven't started it. So then that led to my desire and need to, excuse me, see how distracted I get? How I have all this vinyl. So I have this back porch off my kitchen, and it's all screened in. And it's in 9 different panels. And so I decided I was going to go to Joann's, and I bought several yards of 20H vinyl. Well, I didn't have enough, and I ended up buying like a tablecloth, a clear tablecloth from Walmart to finish off 2 of those. But I didn't use all of the cuts that I made. There's all these small pieces left over, and I've made a lot of bags. I just went a little crazy. I had never made one before, a vinyl one, didn't know what tools I needed, so I sat down one day and we got her done. And I made, my first bag was actually pretty good. So this is it. There she is. I wanted to use this pink bird fabric. I wanted it to be somewhat Easter springy. It's got a polka dot border, fuchsia, and I put a project in here, and it's a new start. So let's talk about the bag, though. I'll pull all this out because I want to show you this too. But so I did a crosshatch quilting on the back of it, and you can see it on the inside of there. This is Tula, this is magnet, and I put a charm on it, and I'll talk about the charm situation later. But I love keys, and I hand stitched. I did regular binding and hand stitched this down, and I like it. I like it. It ended up being, you know, what I eventually went with. But anyway, I put my seeds, what is it, the scattered seed samplers, my acts of kindness little bunny in there. He is just adorable. And this is fabric I received from an order I placed prior to my last video. It hadn't come yet, but it's 32 count parchment. And this is where I am. This is why I have this here to blacklight out. So that's where I am on him. Isn't he cute? I had started with the star and worked down, and then I got around here and did the front leg, jumped over to this leg, and now I'm coming back up here. So, oh, the other thing that I'm stitching along, I think I had gotten to his little necktie here and realized I'm supposed to be doing this 1/2. I just was starting 2/2. So, but I like it. I like it a lot. So, I mean, I kept it at 2/2. I wasn't going to rip it all out because I had already done all of this. Anyway, it just seemed weird, and I happened to look it up, and there we go. So I'm leaving it at that. So I'm running low on the color for the bunny itself, and so I ordered some more, and it'll be here in a few days, but we got plenty to keep me busy until then. I started this on the 19th of January, and these are all of the threads that go with that. Blues and browns and grays, and there's a little bit of white for the eyes, and I just love, this is like, I love this color. This Little House Brown by Classic Colorworks. It's kind of pink and kind of not, but I love it. I love it. I'm trying to figure out how did you come up with that name for that, because it's just the most beautiful fabric, I think. All right. But he's a cutie. And then I did place an order with, I can't think of the name of it now, but I got some pom-poms, I got some velveteen, got some ribbon, I got some chenille, I got a bunch of stuff coming. What's it? Here. I got some lace. What is the name of the store I bought it from? Lady Dot Creates. I heard everybody talk about her, so I had to go check it out. I found it, and I placed an order, and I got quite a bit of stuff coming. So to finish this one, and I have another finish. We'll get to that. Right now we're going to go through my bag. So this was bag number 1. It is a little tight up here. It's a little pinched and ruffled and stuff. So that's the first one I ever made, and I was very, very happy with that. very happy with that. But then I kept going. I was going to try some other methods. I wanted to do bindings where, oops. Oh, so I went to Hobby Lobby the other day and I found these little tiny little clothespins. And I thought, oh, I could use that to hold my thread. And I just stuck this one on the card because I didn't want to just throw them in the thing right now. I'm working on an idea on that. I don't know where that'll go, but trying it to see if it works. So anyway, here's the next bag, bag number 2. Much bigger, much bigger. I'll show this side. But these are some, it's an old fabric. I think I got it from my mother's stash. She gave me a whole bunch of stuff. Little bunnies and green and pink coats. And it's a really old fabric. I'm assuming 80s. I'm not sure. And then I use one of my Joanne fat quarters of this pink polka dot. It's got a little bit of a vintageness to it. So I bound it just like a quilt. And then I tried to stitch it down with the machine. And I didn't like the way that looked. I didn't think it's professional enough to sell. These little edges flipped up and I didn't like that. So then I thought, well, let's try it again. So I made a cave bag and I did a little wider border and I stitched it on the other side. So this one here I stitched to the front and folded it to the back and then stitched the front, sewed on the front. This one here I stitched it to the back, folded to the front, and did a stitch. And then I had all of that flipping over in the front, so then I did another stitch. Yeah, I don't like seeing that extra stitch on the back side. I know you can't see it, but it's not on the binding, it's on the back of the quilt, the quilted piece. So this is just a cool crosshatch quilt, regular one. This is where I have Rose Manor sitting in. It's one of my works in progress and I didn't touch it since our last video, so there's no update there. But I can show you that it does fit. This bag does fit in an 11 by 11 frame. And I can't keep it in there, but that's where I am on that. And I had talked about how there's a mistake. This isn't supposed to be that close to this tree. It's supposed to be up and over a little bit. So I need to go back and fix that. So I didn't touch this one yet. So this is still where it was at the last time I showed it. And that's done on a green apple. Is the fabric anyway. But this bag is big enough and holds plenty. I mean, I've got another bag in here that's holding all my floss for this. So yeah, so I was excited because I wanted a cave bag, homemade with cave. So then I had made some coffee chalk bags before, and I put 3 of them in the shop, and 1 sold already. But when I posted them on Instagram, the designer J. Wecker Fresh for the fabric, she reposted it on her site, so I was all excited. And it ramped up a little bit of views, but not a whole lot. So then I went back to my coffee chalk fabric because I have loads of it. I ordered a half-yard bundle, and so I have a lot of it. So, but I had used up all of the aqua and the black and the red in the coffee cups and teacups, coffee pots and teacups. So I went to my taupes next. So this is the back of this bag, and this one here also is not worthy to put on the Etsy shop because it's not done. This one here, I sewed the binding to the front, folded it to the back, and the color of thread that I used, I didn't change the bobbin thread, so you can see like right up here, it's kind of a mess. Anyway, and I think I even made the binding just a hair smaller, so I thought that might help too, but no, it didn't. So I've got the teacup, the pots on the inside on this one, and the cups on the back. I had done it the opposite way with the bag that I had sold, or the bags I had put on Etsy. And then there's a text print on the top. So, but they're perfect size. This was the right size. So this is what I went with going forward. So again, this one belongs to me because it's not worthy to be sold. It's not professional quality. So I decided after that, I'd go back to the original version and hand stitch. However, I'm doubling up my thread, so it's a little bit sturdier. So I made 2 more. So now I can get way more fabric. I mean, I can make more bags because I can use less fabric. So these 2 are the same. Coffee cups on the inside, teapots on the back. I hand bound it all the way around. So these are worthy of sale. So these are for sale. Then I went to, I wanted something a little springy. I was feeling a little, gotta uplift your spirits with a little fun fabric, even though the coffee chalk is great. I already have, then I'd have 4 on the shop. So I wanted to change up and get a little bit more springy theme. So I pulled out Bubby's Buttons and Blooms. I had a fat quarter of it, realizing that I didn't need as much fabric. I can actually use 2 fat quarters and make a bag. So that was fabulous. And I loved that. So here I went with, now her name is Miss Olive Grace, and she's on Instagram. If you want to check her out, she's the cutest little thing. So there's this bag. It says Believe in Yourself. And I kind of fussy cut that. So here's the back of it. And it's greens and lavenders and golds. And then the inside is just a little floral. And I use the same floral for the binding. And again, that is hand stitched down. And it's pretty sturdy. It's not going nowhere. And then I used the pink buttons, polka dots and buttons with a white text with lots of little sayings. And so like this one says, do unto others as you would want done unto you. Fly, dream big. And I think that's kind of the name of this line. So here's some more in the back. And then I used a different fabric for the binding. I used these hearts. I don't know if you can see the little hearts there. But yeah, again, I hand stitched the back down. And then I have 2 buttons, Bubby's Buttons and Blooms. Say that 4 times fast. Here it is in aqua and gray, the same fabric in a different colorway. And they're teals. I shouldn't say aqua. It's more teal-y than aqua-y. So there's that. And this one's ready. I already started stitching down this corner. And I got to make my way around the other way. So there's that one. And it's got like a gray zipper on it. It's a darker gray. And then the last one in the Bubby's Buttons is a black one in this version of the pink. This is grays and blacks. Gray button dots with black buttons. Same saying, just different, in a different colorway. And I use the buttons, the buttons and the dots for the binding. This one I haven't started stitching it down, but that's next. So then I decided, I had gone through all of my last video. I showed you my little setup over here where I have fat quarters and my stash of fabric. So I got through all of the colors except for the reds. So went through the reds yesterday. think it was yesterday. Yeah, I made these that fast. So these were done as of yesterday morning. And then I went through the reds and quickly threw together. I found a Sandy Gervais bundle of fabric that I had gotten in one of my Soul Sampler boxes. And I made these. So this is from a panel. And I've got 4 of these. And so then I used this red fabric that has, get that glare on that vinyl. So it's got telephone, typewriter, hearts, flowers, little love notes. I used a little floral up here for that. And then in my stash, I needed to save this because I was putting this on all the rest of the bags. And this only comes in an eighth of a yard, an eighth yard. So a fat eighth. And so I use my own gingham, red gingham for the thing. So that one's ready. It's a different size too because of the size of this. So, and all the sizes will be listed when I do get these up on the Etsy shop. So I want to finish these 2, and then I'll start taking pictures and stuff like that. I do work for the next 4 days, so I hope to have these up by Friday. I'm off on Friday, so I'll shoot for Friday, but hopefully we can get to them earlier than that. I am making a couple more of these typewriter ones. This one has typewriter on both sides. I thought it'd be kind of fun. I didn't know if I wanted to put like a focus fabric on the inside, because once you put your stuff inside, you can't really see the focus. So that way I doubled it up. So that used up 2 panels and I had 4. So there's that. And then this is the zipper for it, the red one. And this is the binding that's going to go on it. And they're all from the fabric line. And this here is the same print that is in the inside of those, but that's going to be where the zipper goes. It's going to go across the top with the zipper and then the binding on the side. So there, it'll look like that. So that's that one. And then I have one more where the fabrics are just a tad bit different, but it has the typewriter on the back and the same fabric on the inside. And this is going to be the binding, and this is the top. So let's throw this up there, red zipper, and binding. So that's what that one will look like. So I'll have 3 Valentine's bags out there on Friday too, because these don't take long to throw together. I'll have this one, the doubles typewriter one. I'm almost done quilting it, and then putting the rest of it together will be really simple until I get to the binding and have to hand stitch that. So that's not bad at all. So is this 13 or 14 bags? I thought I had counted 14, but then I counted 13, and now I'm kind of confused as where I'm at. But that all started on the 16th. I have these calendars. I print off my work schedule. So I printed off 2, one for quilting and one for cross stitch. So I'm kind of, everybody's got those planner, what are they, book of days, the book of days book. I did order one. So hopefully it'll be here before February 1st, so I can, otherwise I've got these, I can just plug all that information into it, but I have been keeping track of what days I've been working on what, so I'm following that. All right, so those are, we've gone through. So now next is, I'm going to do my haul next. So I had made an order last video to, oh, hold on, we're going to do this first. I went to Hobby Lobby, I mentioned, and I was looking for, I've always wanted to put charms on my bags, and I was always looking in the jewelry section, like Joann's and then Hobby Lobby, and I didn't find anything that I really liked. So I don't know, I just went on shopping, and I made it to like the paper, stationery, scrapbooking section. Oh, They have charms there. And they have charms that I really, really like. So I like keys. I like clocks. So that's kind of what I stocked up on. And this other thing too that I got for the bags. But this is the Paper Studio, and I think these were 50% off. And I could take, you know, the 3 keys that are on there, or there's only 2, off of this one and, you know, put them on a bag. But, and then I got this one. It's got 6 of them in there. And then I got this one, and I've already used it because I put it on one of the bags. But they're all different. And this one here has even got this little teeny tiny little one with these teeny tiny little keys on it. So that was cute. But, and you get the idea, they're keys. And they're all different sizes and shapes and whatever. But they're really, really cute. And I would never have expected to look at the paper section, stationery section. But, you know, I like to go there like, I don't know, a few times a year and just walk through every aisle and see what they got. So I think that's the most I've ever spent at this place. So then I got clocks. I tell you, I like clocks too. So these are, I don't know if you can see that, but it's engraved with the numbers and stuff on the outside edge. And then there's some that have the little paper insert with the clock face and stuff on it. So yeah, these are fun. I enjoyed that. And they're come in different sizes. I got smalls. Here's a really small one. And it's both sides has clock face on it. So yeah, I love those. So this may be a limited time only, but for now I'm putting on these. So I put on my bags already on some of them these little tokens that Tim Holtz sells. Now these weren't on sale, but they're fairly inexpensive. I think you get 18 or 20 for 18 pieces, and they were what, $6.99. But they're like little locker tabs or whatever. This says here and now. And they got little, you know, this one says field notes on it. So, and then I got these little loop pins. And I've seen people put these on like their finished FFOs and stuff like that, but they're these little pins. They're like open like a safety pin. So I can run that through there, stick it on the zipper pull, and voila, I have a charm. So I wanted to always include that with my bags. And so for a limited time, I'm going to have some of these available. And so, sorry, the bags that I already sold didn't get any, but I didn't know about this stuff until now. And I've been looking. So I had gotten some of the, you know, the key ring things that you put, just like the key things. You have to spread them apart and pull them through. So I got some of those just in case I came across something else. That needed a more heftier thing to hook things on. And then I got these, and I don't remember what they're called. I threw away the whatchamacallit, but they're these, and they're silver. So I like that brass. But they have a little, you squeeze it open, and that fits on the zipper. You know, I put it on one of my own bags, and it chipped some of the paint off, so I don't like that idea. So I ordered some different zipper slides so I can change out the zippers on the zippers that I got. So I'm hoping that will suffice. And they have a larger hole on that slide so that you can get something through them. A bigger item through them. So I don't know. I need to know where I need to get my zippers from, the right ones that people like to use. These are nylon zippers. They come in multiple colors, and you get only like 2 or 3 of each. And, you know, you make 4 bags and you're done with it. And I got to buy another 150. So I got to work that out. Find one zipper that'll work for everything, or just work with a few colors of fabrics. I don't know. Still in the works. I'm still working out the kinks. You know, I've had an Etsy store for a very long time, but don't really sell much. I don't market it either. So, all right. So next, I had Fat Quarter Shop send me the order that I had placed, and we talked about on my last thing. But I got some fabrics. I got some patterns. I got thread. Fun stuff. So here is the top one. This one doesn't have a project yet, but it's Dulce de Leche, 36 count, fiber on a whim. It's pretty nice. Kind of like this. I like the color. Here. Yeah, I like it. So I've got to find a project for that. I'm sure one will pop up somewhere. Okay. And then I got Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day, Blackbird Designs. I love this floral motif right here. Absolutely love it. And I'm planning to make this pillow up here in the corner. Again, the lighting is just awful in this room, and I really need to do something about it. And then the motif on the back. Adam and Eve on either side of the house. I apologize for the lighting. It's not good. So I got that. Don't have any fabric. Don't have any thread. And then I ordered Klara Hanson. And I really like this. And it looked aqua to me, the threads on this one. And this is by Hello from Liz Matthews. And I was kind of hoping they would be, but when I ordered them, I guess I didn't pay any attention when I was looking online. They're kind of green. So I might change that out, but they are an MPI silk, and I was really looking forward to getting started on this one because I wanted to try the silk out. Yeah. So I'm going to look in more on that one. I got to find a fabric for it too, because in the picture, again, it looks kind of pinky, but, you know, color. Every time you see somebody who's done one, you're like, oh my God, I love it. I would have never thought to do that. So next pattern I got was from Silver Creek Samplers, Back to the Grind. I'm going to put this by my coffee pot. And I did get another fiber on a whim, 36 count cream and sugar fabric. And these are the threads that go with that coffee one. So I am ready to get started on that one. I don't know when it will happen, but it will. And that goes in my bag of the coffee chalk that is not deemed saleable. It's not up to my perfect requirements. So there's that. And I got, the cream and sugar is also going to be for my birthday start, which is on February 12th, and that is the Bristol berries. So I had ordered some red threads. Well, reddish, cranberry-ish. I don't know what color to use. Chris's Bonbon. And these are the ones that are on. Put this on here so you can get an idea. I need some help. I don't know what thread to use. Okay, so the fabric, I mean, it looks kind of cranberry-ish, you know, on the pattern. So these were the threads these are the ones that are recommended. And I don't know that those are the ones that were actually used in the pattern, but I'd have to read it again. But that's kind of a burgundy. And then here's a DMC that's a little bit redder. Those are browner. And then this one here is Berry Cobbler, which I really kind of like this one. And then there's Romance by Weeks Dye Works, which isn't bad either. And then there's this. This is pretty. This is a silk. This is Poison Beauty, which is kind of purple, but it's very variegated. So I'm really tempted to do that one just because of the variegation in there. See, I'm not good at this color thing, and I need a little advice. So it is Boysenberry, Romance, Berry Cobbler, and these two are Belsoise. This is DMC 3857. And these are Chris's Bonbon Cotton Weeks Dye Works. Oh. Again, here is the pattern. This one? I'm thinking this one. I don't know. You let me know what you think. It'll start on the 14th, so I'll check back on that. All right, so let's put that back in its space. That one into that bag. All right, next up is I received fabric, fiber out of Whim, 36 count sand, and I like this. It's very nice. Very, very nice. I like that a lot. And this is for my restart Rocking Horse Holiday. Yeah. And I think we'll do this when I do some more. I did get some more threads because I had wasted so much when I stitched it all. I got like almost half of it done and then found out I didn't have enough fabric. So, and then I tried 1/1, and that just wasn't me yet. I'm not ready for that. I'm still a baby stitcher, so we'll give it another try. But I really like that's ready to go. So, it was a Christmas in July kind of thing going on. So, that's the plan for that. And then I placed an order with the Happy Little Stitch Shop. And I also did, and I don't have anything here to show for it, but she is having a stitch along in April with Harrietta. It's a Brenda Gervais pattern. Check out the Happy Little Stitch Up. She just did a video too and was talking about it. But I thought she was really good. It's an Easter bunny with carrots and very cute. So I joined that little stitch along. I wanted to start getting in there and stitching along with folks. And I also ordered from her was the Scarlett House Smith sampler. Got that pattern. So now I just need to get fabric and threads and go to town on that. Yeah, she's pretty. I like the colors that were in here. Oh, actually I did. I ordered fabric and I ordered the threads. I placed another order with Fat Quarter Shop. I ordered some fabrics too. Oh, and guess what? J. Riker Fresh. She who sews. And I got some floss drops, the Farm Fresh Eggs drops. Those are ones I always I've been using. I just ordered some more of those. Because you can't just buy one thing. This feels bad. I feel bad about that. So now I ordered from 1884 Stitchery. I got 2 patterns. Well, actually 3, I guess you could say. I got Plum Street Samplers, Blackberry House. So I'm looking forward to that. I have to get some thread and some fabric, but I've got that for my stash. That's a thick pattern. And then I saw somebody, and I wished I had names. I watched a floss tube. Somebody had done this, and I just about fell in love and fell off. My mouth dropped open. I thought it was so pretty. 3 Tulips, Brenda Gervais. She had it for sale because somebody had mentioned you can't get it anymore. So I nabbed it because I really like it. This bunny on here, he is just so cute. So I nabbed that one. So now we're good to go on those. And then I bought, I used to needlepoint too. I had done this years ago, like when I did my cross stitching as a teenager. I think remember Ben Franklin? Woolworths. My mom would take us shopping, and we picked up cross stitch projects and needlepoint. We'd take it home and we'd work on it. And Mom was very crafty. My whole family's complete artists. So I used quilting. That was I had to have something, Everybody else had something. Dad was woodworking. Mom was making dolls, painting things. My sister's an artist. So I wanted to quilt. So I just did it. I started it. I went one day. You should see. I should show you one day the first quilt I made. I gave it to my mother for Christmas one year. She still has it. At least she did last I looked. I don't know. That bed's not in the room anymore. But anyway, I like needlepoint. And I like blue and white. And I am going to do blue and white in my bedroom with like this light yellow walls. Blue and white French country kind of whatever. So I saw this book. And I fell in love with that photo right there. Cheap little book. But it's called Glorophilia, the Miniature Needlepoint Collection, over 16 exquisitely small and easy to make projects. There we go. So there she is in that picture, which I really like that ruffled pillow. That's nice. So as I'm looking through, the patterns are in here, and I realize, and I can't show you them, but it looks just like a cross stitch pattern. However, it's just filled in colored squares. So I'm thinking I could do this as a cross stitch, and I'm sure people have done this. I'm not the only one to think of that. So I think I want to try that first, but I also want to look into the whatever's new out there, because when I did these, like when I did this, there was just Ada. That's all I saw, and that's all there was, and it was the big holes, and that's all that I had available in my town. So now all these different fabrics and the flosses and the overdyes and you get what I'm talking about. You all have been there. And so I want to see what's different with needlepoint. So I also know that Kay Fassett has needlepoint projects for his pattern designs. Is it Violet Craft or Anna Maria Horner that have needlepoints? And I really want to do them. So I'm going to do my research and find out what fabrics are available now and what threads they're using. And I only need 6 threads. And it says here to use an anchor tapisserie wool. Okay. I don't know how to say these things. So really, if I get a white fabric and some cross stitch threads in 5 blues, I can make this. And I think that would look really, really nice in my bedroom. So it's not a rush project because bedroom is the last thing I'm going to be working on. Well, it's not the last thing, but it's not the first thing on my agenda. So my time off, I didn't do anything in the house like I had hoped I was going to do. But oh well. It ain't going nowhere. I got stuck on bags. All right. I have a finish. Ta-da! I finally finished my flyer. Anyway, that's as finished as it's going to get. I'm hoping to FFO it soon. Like I said, I've got Lady Dot Creates order coming, and I think I ordered some red chenille or something. I'm just going to make a little pillow. I don't have any sticky board or anything like that, so if I get to Joann's or Hobby Lobby or so, I didn't find any at Hobby Lobby. I'm sure I don't know where to look for it, but I think it fell out of my brain as I was walking around the store to look for sticky boards to make flat fold or something, or ornament for my tree or something, but we'll see. I got some velveteen coming too, so, but I don't think I got colors that would work with this. But anyway, well, hopefully there'll be an FFO by the time this comes around. But again, this isn't until Christmas, so I don't have to do that right away. It's not that kind of a rush project for me. So the whips that I've got, these are the things that are in force. I worked on these this month. And baby, it's cold outside. I also got my pomegranate that I ran out of, but I didn't put it in the project. I just worked on on a different part of this. Hold on, let's do it this way. This way. There you go. So I can put the pomegranate over here where it belongs. But in the meantime, I worked on this. And that's pretty much all I did. I worked on it, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 days between the 9th and the 12th. Oh, 5 days. Oh, I gotta look up the other week. I finished my flyer on the 19th, and I worked on Baby It's Cold Outside for a few days. I think that's when I realized I couldn't go any further, and then went to the whites, and then we had our other video. So I don't know that I actually got any further. When did the video come out? I recorded on the 12th, so I didn't do anything more. Sorry, I showed you nothing. I didn't do anything new. See, my brain is out there. I can't believe I'm actually doing a video this soon. But I work the next 4 days, then I have a day off, and then I work another 4 days, or something like that. But I've got 3 days off around my birthday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's cool. All right, next is Tilly's house. I did quite a bit on this one. I don't know where I was when my last video aired, but I am doing this on 32 count dirty linen Belfast, and I restarted this on the 2nd of January. I started it actually October, November, and only did like 12 stitches. So I did all this. Then I put all the little things all around there. Now I've started working on the flowers, so working my way around. But before I had restarted on January 2nd, all I had done was this little corner piece right here, 12 stitches. So that's all good. And those are all the threads for that. They're really pretty. I like the color scheme. Very, very nice. Pinks and greens, like that. I like that. And this is, 25th Day Sal. Lori Holt started that for me, watching her. On the 25th of every month, we'll work on a Christmas project. So I worked on Season's Greetings. I started this on December 25th. Now, I didn't actually work on this on the 25th of this month. I think I worked. But I did work on it like the day after. Anyway, I was watching Friday night. I had made a mistake at this part of because I went from here to there and had started some of the top hat, and I had made a mistake. So like Janet Jackson was documentary was on 80, and I think it was Friday night, and so I pulled that all out, and then the next day in the morning, yesterday morning, I stitched the top hat and worked a little on that. So there's my 25th day stitch on the 29th. 5 days late. And this is stitched on, this is a kit from the Country Sampler, stitched on 36 count summer khaki. And the only thing that we changed, they didn't have any onyx, so they changed it to black coffee, which I like. I really like it. And these are the other threads because I have the black coffee pulled out, but it's very nice. I am very pleased. And it's fun, even though I made a mistake. I don't know. It's all fun. It's all totally fun to me. I stitched on it, you know, pulled all those threads out one night and then stitched on it the next night. I kind of wanted to work on it again this morning, but, you know, I worked on Acts of Kindness, my Easter one. That I really did quite a bit in just a few short days. So, and this one here, what is this? Oh, is that the one I just? It's Tilly's house. I just put it away. Okay, and Darktober stitching. My dot goose bag. Thanks. Dot goose. All right. The Prairie Schooler Nevermore. So this is my Halloween stitch on the 13th of every month. I learned about watching some Floss tube, so that's what I've been doing. And the part that I worked on is the moon up here in the corner here. So I had to finish some of this gray stitching to get that all done, and then I started the white. Now I think I'm off a stitch, and we'll have to find out more next month when I pick it up again. And this is stitched on, this is called Pumpkin and Spices. It's a 30 count. I really like it. It's very nice. I love the little blobs. Okay. Is that it? I think that's it. All right. So I'm going to finish working on these last 4 bags, the 2 that need to be constructed and the 2 that need to be bound, and get that up on Etsy by Friday. That's my plan. And I hope to get this video edited yet tonight and up so that it's downloading overnight while I sleep. I work tomorrow through Thursday, 12 to 8:30, so I have to get most of my stuff done during the day. So on the 18th of this month, I received a package from Weight Watchers. I signed up and downloaded the app and started keeping track of points and whatnot. And then on the 18th, I got my package of a scale, and I got some measuring cups and a popcorn popper and some snacks and my Fitbit. And to date, it'll be 2 weeks on Tuesday since I started weighing myself and actually keeping track of points. And I'm down 8 pounds. Not bad, but I don't foresee, I totally foresee this going further. I'm just saying, I think we're going to hit a slump because water weight and the fact that I don't move. So that's going to have to change. So it's been bitterly cold here. So when I have wanted to go out for a walk, it's too cold to go for a walk. Even for a couple of blocks up to there's a couple stores. We got Walgreens and our Quick Trip gas station convenience store, and it's just been too cold. Not today. I mean, today would have been a good day to go, but when I was off over the last, since I've been doing this, since I started this, there were some times I really wanted to go and I couldn't go outside. My son got sick. That was weird. No COVID. He and I can't believe we have not gotten it yet. He's a FedEx delivery guy working in these bitterly cold, and he was sick and on and off work because he'd be somewhat okay to go to work and then somewhat not okay to go to work and get COVID tested. We took him to the emergency room one morning, but he's fine now. He's totally fine now. We don't know what it is. The doctor didn't know anything about what it was that he had. Just vomiting, no diarrhea, just nausea, constant nausea for at least nearly 2 weeks. And he had shortness of breath one day, but I think that was because, you delivered over 200 packages in a day and the temperature's 30 some below wind chill. That's got to do something to your lungs. I'm sorry. The same thing happened to him last year, but he never had the nausea. It was the shortness of breath thing. Anyway, he's doing much better now, and everything is really, really good that way. So I don't know what else to say. My sister's moving to Colorado. A little sad. Yeah. We get to go. Mom and I get to take a trip. Whether we'll drive or fly, I don't know. I think Mom's more apt to fly. I would really like to drive the first trip so I can see what I'm missing if I flew. I like to see the sights and the scenery and do some shopping along the way. I mean, I could take 4 days off of work and I'd be gone a long time from work. So since I only work 32 hours a week. And anyway, so we'll see. There'll be a trip in the forecast for sure. And I did take a little walk over to, and this might be on this video, but I did take a little trip over to, I had to get my picture retaken at work because I'd been there another 5 years, and every 5 years you have to get a new picture on your ID badge. So I went over to Riverside Park, which is the Mississippi River, and it's just a mile or so off of the Minnesota border, and took some pictures. They're not the best. I'm a horrible videographer, but I'll get some practice in, okay? And so I hope to get some practice in anyway. There's eagles in the video and stuff, so I'll have that playing before this video plays. And I wanted to get up to Granddad's Bluff, but we had snow the night before, and again, it's hilly. It's very hilly around here. We have a lot of bluffs, mountains, little miniature mountains. And so I was a little worried about making it up the hill, but yeah, I thought maybe a better day is coming. So we'll see when that might be, but hopefully I'll get a little trip up to the bluff, and then you can see down onto the city. And I wanted to take the baby quilt and get some pictures of it up there too, so I had packed it along with me, but I didn't get any outside pictures. And so anyway, I hope that you're all doing well, staying well, and staying warm, because I understand there's some places that are colder than they've ever been. So yeah, I don't know what's happening out there, but stay warm, keep stitching, keep sewing, and have a great time. I'll see you in 2 to 4 weeks. Thank you. Bye-bye.